Captain Mike Holliday. Today we're going to fish the snook in the inlets. We're going to talk a little bit about what we do when the fish come into the inlets during the summer months, how we bait them, how we target them, how to catch them and release them without hurting the fish. So let's get some baits and start it off. This is a pilchard. It's called a scaled sardine actually. There's a couple different baits that the fish are real focused on when they're in the inlets. One is a pilchard, the other is a threadfin herring. We also call them greenies locally. And the third is a Spanish sardine. They're all in the herring family. We hook them all the same way. We feed them the same way. A little bit different in what the baits do themselves. Pilchards tend to swim up. Threadfin herrings and Spanish sardines tend to swim down. In the deeper inlets, you want to use those other baits. This inlet's pretty shallow. It's only about 6 feet here. So we can use these pilchards and do it. What we're going to do is we're going to hook the bait sideways through the nose. That keeps from injuring the bait, and it allows us to manipulate the bait in the current. That way it'll swim in the current. When the current pulls it, it'll swim straight at us and still be attracting the fish, as opposed to if we hooked it underneath or hooked it in the back, it would spin when it gets in the current. So.
And we're going to be free lining today?
We're going to be free lining those baits out right behind the boat.
All right.
Shouldn't take too long. Fish come in here in the summer months. They show up on the full moon in June, and they stay here till about the second week in September. They come into the inlets to spawn. They should be all over the place right now. Big schools.
What kind of tackle are we using today?
That right there is a Quantum Cabo 50 with a Quantum Cabo rod, 30-pound test strand braid, and 60-pound fluorocarbon leader. There we go. Yeah, that's a better fish. You're being nice and staying away from the rocks on you.
Oh, there we go. He just woke up.
That last very long, huh? In this inlet, they stack up in big schools, and it could be from anywhere from 100 fish to 600 or 700 fish in a big tight group. Sometimes they'll break up. Sometimes, as a rule, the rocks will be lined with all the males. They're in here spawning. The females will be away from the rocks. And you'll have a school of fish of females that are from 8 to about 20 pounds, maybe 22 pounds. And then you have a separate, smaller school of females that are anywhere from 15 to 35 pounds.
Okay.
So the key is to find the bigger fish by just kind of fan casting and see where you catch fish and what size they are. Once you locate where the bigger fish are, you can just keep throwing to that same spot and getting those bigger fish.
Oh, we just had another one hit right on the right up next to the rock.
Eat one of the baits?
Yeah.
Okay, well instead of landing this fish for you,
yeah.
I'm gonna take him. That's the kind of guy I am. It drives me crazy to see.
It's all right, man.
Fighting a fish.
Ooh,
Okay.
there we go.
There we go.
Is that a double?
Yeah. Oh, mine's off.
All right.
That's like a snook, only smaller.
All right, right in the corner. It's a nice little St. Lucie Inlet snook. See if we can't get a couple more. It's definitely got a little more size on him. Her.
This one's going. It's on 30-pound weight.
Yeah.
She's taking off.
Let me get out of your way.
Man, I gotta stop. They're powerful fish when they get in the current. They just start moving. There's not much you can do. You know what the best part about this is? I got somebody to land it for me.
There we go.
Look at that. Hey, look at the size of her mouth.
Yeah, that
We're
is.
fishing those pilchards that are about this big. She can just suck it right in.
Oh yeah.
We use a circle hook in this case. It went around, got her not quite in the corner, got her in the cheek.
Nice little female.
Before you land.
All right. Right in the corner, man. The circle hooks.
They rocked, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Go work really well on those big fish. They're not as effective on the small fish, but they do extremely well on those big fish.
I've noticed that same thing. I love them for tarpon. Big snook like this, it's great because you don't mess them up. What do you think this guy goes, about 15?
15, maybe 18.
Yeah.
Nice fish.
All right, go have some babies.
I'm just making this up as I go along. I'm like a National League umpire. I call them as I see them. If I don't see them, I make them up. Like, oh, God damn.
Oh.
That was definitely a bite.